Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to the Desert Heart Sanctuary of Joan of Angels, where I paint divine beings and their portals, and I channel their information, and I bring wisdom, healing, and messages for all of you. And today is day 16, card 16 of Awaken, Awakening, Awaken to Miracles 2018, where we're presenting all 44 cards over 44 days, of course, not in one day, but 44 days of cards teaching you, showing you, and introducing you to the masters of miracles so that you can learn how to really become your own oracle, number one. Nothing better than really being able to access messages from the divine. That's mission one. Mission two, and you need to let me know if we accomplish this, but mission two is to help you activate and launch your miracle mastery, miracle awakenings, miracle energy, miracle waves, miracle magnet. What are all the kinds of miracles we are interested in? Well, it seems like everyone's looking for prosperity. People are looking for health. And they're looking for happiness, as well as that deep spiritual connection. So part of this training, because it is a training, it's an introduction to miracles and to the tools that I use. It's an introduction to, of course, the new deck, the Oracle deck, which is 44 cards of Miracle Awakenings, which I think is pretty exciting. And also, it's a key to you learning how to really achieve that which you set out to do this life. And I just think that, to me, that's what I'm about. I have had a vision of who I am and where I'm going since I was 30, which was to heal and inspire millions of people to remember who they are, to be able to drop and break free of anything that hampers them physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, so that they can raise their own vibration, or you can raise your own vibration, clear your energy, step into how powerful you really are, not just for yourself, guys, but so that all those people who are literally holding their breath, planet Earth holding their breath, for you to become you in the most masterful way that you can, with ease and grace, with courage, with confidence. That's what this work is. But it's peeling away the layers and the levels of that which keep you from really recognizing the truth about who you are, recognizing the truth about your gifts and the energy that can flow through you. So you know what? Each of you does have a mission. So that's part of my commitment with bringing these cards through. As an intuitive, as a clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, as a woman who channels messages from divine beings, I'm so grateful for that. Now, one of my miracles is this gift. Actually, I should rephrase that. All of my miracles come from this gift in a lot of ways, because I've been learning over the years to open myself up to receive. That's the first part. And the second part is to then follow the instructions. And the two of that together is quite an eye-opener, because following the instructions is half the battle. So I want to introduce you to other tools that I do use. Some of you have seen the selenite wands, which I use to really bring in the archangel and the ascended master energy, but particularly the archangels, Michael, Raphael, Uriel. Oh my God. This is what happens when and Gabriel, thank you. Oh my gosh, he had to like give me a little angel nod. But I use these for that. I have also several of these Celestine crystals that, if you can see inside them, you see that they just literally radiate. I put them out on the full moon every month because I believe that they get energized and awakened. And I keep these very close to me. When I work with clients, I'll have this on client's heart because, of course, the angels open up our heart. Or I might even have them, if I have them lying on the table, I might have this above your crown chakra, opening this up, or not the big one, it's too heavy. I do have a smaller crystal that I would put on my third eye or your third eye. In fact, kind of interesting to have me wearing it right now. Oh boy. Well, we'll get to that part. So those are some of the things that I do. And I sit with the cards every single day, especially with these Masters of Miracles. Guys, I actually really just met them back in November. Now they've been percolating. They're part of all of my art collection. Some of these are they're all original art by me, by myself as a paintbrush with a divine, but they're different portals or parts of the different art that spoke through to come out through these cards. And this was a downloaded channel deck, which means that it was finally birthed in just this whoosh where the information just suddenly came. Of course, the art has taken years just to create. So I don't want you to think it was like that fast, but you know, I'm sharing this with you for those of you that do channel and have creative projects. You build a foundation and sometimes you're in a holding pattern until that whoosh comes. So we are speaking of a whoosh. So today's card, guys, is called Sacred Kingdoms. And its master teachers are giving you the keys and you have wisdom to share. Well, yes, of course, when the masters download their wisdom to us, they bring us, and we all experience it differently. We may not be aware that the information has come through. Now, and for me, several years ago, the most wonderful experience when I woke up all night long and these masters of wisdom were circling me and they were downloading information. And I was told that I was going to teach. Now, if you're like me, I'm going, what am I supposed to teach? What did they download? What did they download? Well, actually, I didn't know what they downloaded until now, because now when I go into meditation to do this work, I access them and they're telling me what to share. They're telling me. So yes, they downloaded this years ago, some of it, and they continued it when they said paint 33 angels, and I said yes, and then they said paint us and we will come, and I said yes. Every time we say yes, it sends an affirmation to the universe, to our beings, to our companions, to send us more. So that is the excitement. Now let me tell you about this card a bit. This card is from a painting. The painting happens to be in Sedona. If you're in Sedona, you can go peek at it. It's a big painting. And it comes from my experience in the portals in Sedona. You know that those are vortexes. Vortex being like a step. Okay, you go from here up that step to here, and you're in a different place entirely. You're not in the same reality, and you can feel it. So many of the vortexes that I went into were the feeling of the ancient ones. I went into these vortexes, and my eyesight, you know, would shift. I would look out through maybe this beloved third eye and through my heart eye and my crown, and I suddenly see ancient temples, ancient kingdoms, ancient gods, and they were huge and they were real. And then my vision would clear and they'd be gone, but then they'd be back. And I knew that inside of these temples, these were the ancient ones that came before the Egyptians. They're the ones that are told of old. They're remnant, by the way, guys, also at the Grand Canyon. The Egyptians were here in the Americas before a long time ago. I'm not exactly sure, so I won't even state, but there are remnants of them, and we're not allowed to see them. They're also in the stones. They're known as the stone people, and some of you might feel them. So this is part of that painting, all right? There's a crystal city right up here. and you see a beloved divine being kind of coming out from that container inside the mountains. And so as I meditated, and I was in one specific place that's a church very high up, and it's just surrounded in one of these vortexes, I was sitting in this, and I closed my eyes, and I saw a cave, kind of like a cave, a path to the cave, and I saw the door opening. It was so exciting. It was so inviting. And I realized I had been granted access into the crystalline cities. Now, there are something like 7 crystalline cities that are around the earth in other dimensions. There is an underground city right on Mount Shasta known as Telos. 2 is a crystalline city, but it's under the earth. And the citizens of that are ancient Lemurians that lived something like 20 to 30,000 years. And they too are reaching out to us to connect with us. They want us to find the pathway into these inner schools. These are mystery schools. These are ancient teachings. These are the places where our ancestors are. And these are the places where we walked and we talked and we learned. This is where we're sourced from. This is where some of our knowledge and our wisdom comes from. So being in Sedona and feeling this presence, so one of the very beings that came out of the mountains was this ancient one. And he actually felt like an ancient Mongolian god. I don't really know his name. He's like the brother of the Buddha. Maybe one of you out there recognizes it. That would be him. That would be wonderful. Oh, it's very possible it's Krishna. As I'm looking at him, his eyes are glowing, and he says, well, you know me, and he younger and shapeshifted. Now, one of the things for me is that some of these beings shapeshift for me. They're always changing. This is an enhanced image of, of beings at Thunder Mountain. Now, Thunder Mountain also is another vortex, another portal, and it is a lot of thunder. And so it is very high, and there are many lightning strikes on this mountain, and I stayed across the street from the mountain, and the house that I was staying in was struck by lightning, or I thought it was for sure. If it wasn't inside the house, it was very close, okay? Less than you know how you're supposed to count 1,000. I didn't even get that far. I was alone in the house, but Thunder Mountain really speaks. And above that Thunder Mountain, you see all of these ships that are sitting up there. The energy is very high. And so it was these caves that opened up and invited me in and revealed the ancient ones within. As I lay in the room that I was staying in one morning, as I was meditating and asking to connect to the masters in Sedona, the ancient ones in Sedona, a being very much like this one came in through the window and came this far from my face, did a lot of smiling, and entered into my eyes directly. This was the first experience I have ever had with that. I wasn't afraid. What I felt was, oh my God, yes, I'm in the right place at the right time. They are coming to me. They are again infusing me with this work. And so they have the knowledge of who we are, of where we're from. They have the memories of why we're here. And the destiny, the work, the mastery that we are to do. And they reveal their truth to us. They reveal to us that the messages that we're getting, they're not just your imagination. They come from ancient sources. Not only that, but they also tell you that these are messages that almost like you set up lifetimes and lifetimes ago for yourself to trigger as an activation or an awakening for you at this moment of time, which is very interesting. All right, so what they're sharing, if I can interpret it correctly, is that lifetimes ago, when you received your assignment to come to planet Earth and to take on your 3D body and to leave your angelic higher vibrational form, right? And you said, oh yes, planet Earth, bring it on. I can do it. Sure. What do you need? Miracle mastery on the planet, lift its frequency, help everyone ascend to the light. Ah, bring it on. That's my work. Can't wait. So we put on our bodies and we descended, and got here. And what happens? Gradually, our 3D body becomes so heavy that we forget where we come from. It's set up that way to do that. And so, before you know it, we find ourselves in struggle as opposed to having light and love and having the energy of the masters with us. We can barely remember our name, let alone our celestial name and our name from the galaxies and the heavens. God, there's many lifetimes where just staying above and breathing is important. You want me to show you this? This is also this was done in a way that you can probably, I didn't learn how to set it up here for you. Do you see this? This is the mountains, ascending up the mountains, going through the portals where our beloved ones are gathering. It's a slightly different frequency, but the same frequency, because within the mountains we are being called. And so if you live by the mountains, I encourage you, by the way, to go out. And they're not all the mountains, but many of them that feel ancient. If there's that resonance, call for the stone people, because today we are introducing you to the inner cities, the crystalline cities, where we receive information and where we gather with the masters, with the wise ones, with the angels, with the star beings, and yes, with the masters of miracles. So these are, in a way, the stone people. And here in Coachella Valley, where I am, we have many stone people. We have many sacred vortexes that take us to the same places. So it's really exciting to share such wisdom with all of you. When you sit down in meditation with this card and with some of the other cards that are in the deck that come from these same sacred stone people, the same sacred ancient knowledge and wisdom, because they want us to learn. So sitting down and just taking a moment to connect with them. So sending your roots down to the center of the earth, as I like to share with you, and sending our antenna up to the heavens and aligning ourselves and breathing in and breathing out. And right now, beloveds, taking another breath in and letting it all out and feeling ourselves right now being taken from our body to the mountains that are there in the distance, and seeing that mountain and feeling into that mountain, into the treasure troves within that mountain. And as we are approaching that mountain and gently setting down on a path, as we start to ascend, the stairs on this path taking us up and deeper and up and deeper into the recesses around the path. And suddenly we come upon a door. The door has ancient writing upon it, ancient symbols from the beginning of time. And it has oh, such a wonderful feeling. And we feel compelled because of the imagery and the symbols upon this wall. We literally feel compelled to place our hand right upon the door, as if it calls us, a shimmering spot, our hands upon this door. And as we place our hand upon this door, feel that door opening. Click, 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 making little sounds as it opens wide. And there inside is the temples of wisdom and knowledge, beckoning to you, these temples of secret teachings, ancient wisdom and knowledge and theories and mathematics and symbols that are there just for your wisdom and enlightenment. And you are invited to not just enter into these temples and these libraries of wisdom, but in the center, there is a whole section that is devoted to you, and it has your name on it. Just like right there, there is a Joan of Angels, beautiful recliner, just for me, that has all these furs, and they show us all this information in a holographic, computerized thing. Whatever it is they want us to know, they will play for you every night when we go to sleep, asking that this information, this wisdom be revealed to us from the ancient ones that came before our time that have wisdom to share with us. And feeling right now how exciting and wonderful it is to go to these ancient libraries and these ancient cities of the divine, to be with our people and to receive this wisdom and information and even healing. And creating our section within the library with the furs and the rugs and the ways so that we can have refreshments while we receive this information, sacred celestial fluids, and we can be with our companions at the same time. This is where you have been invited to. The sacred kingdom's beloveds are calling you. The master teachers are giving you the keys. You have wisdom to share. And do you have the courage to dare? We are offering you 44 oracle cards of different masters, of different temples and portals to help lead you to awaken to miracles. So join us, go to the website, sign up to receive, because it's absolutely free, to receive the videos, to receive the messages every day. And should you feel so called that this deck calls for you, if you really get that you should have not just one deck for you, but decks for your family and friends, because it's a healing deck. It's not just about reading the cards. These miracle messages are really about receiving healing. And every day people are sending me comments on the deck. I'm just going to have to cut and paste and get them out. But receiving their own healing and tingling and awakening, because this knowledge is real. So if you like work, visit the site, get the deck, share it out, share it with your friends, spread the word, because guess what? When you awaken to your miracles, when you become a miracle maker, then you get a chance to turn around, all right? And all those people who have been waiting for you to step into your power will get a chance to work with you. They'll get a chance to experience a healing with you. And once they experience this healing from you, then they will turn around and invite others to join in their miracle mastery. And before you know it, we spread miracles across the planet, raising the frequency of the vibration, and everyone will have been experiencing miracles, peace, harmony, blessings, new awareness. Not one child goes to sleep hungry. Well, I gave you the fast. I definitely gave you the fast view. I hope you've been enjoying these messages. I've loved this training. As I've been training you, I've been receiving such a training for myself. They are showing me tools that I had no idea that I even knew about, let alone that I knew how to use. And so thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to your comments and working with all of you. You can always join me and have private sessions where I really work with you to not just awaken to your miracles, but to remember who you are, why you're here, to align and to let go of everything that no longer serves you. And that's really the purpose of these Awakening to Miracles sessions. So thank you so much. Like my page. Let me know if you like me. I love all of you. This is so much fun. Thank you for allowing me to share the Masters of Miracles with you. Bye for now.